Cultural Marxism is a revolutionary leftist idea that traditional culture is the source of oppression in the modern world. Cultural Marxism is often linked to an insistence upon political correctness, multiculturalism, and perpetual attacks on the foundations of culture, the nuclear family, marriage, patriotism, traditional morality, law and order, etc. Cultural Marxists are assumed to be committed to establishing economic Marxism, in which case their cultural attacks are a necessary preparation for their ultimate goal. After World War I, some Marxist philosophers felt the need to modify their political strategy. Karl Marx generally saw culture as a secondary concern. His successors realized that culture was, in fact, critical to social change. When a society is willing to criticize its institutions, it is ready to make changes. The result of these ideas was the Frankfurt School, a generic term for Marxist philosophy focused on social criticism and bottom-up change. In particular, the Frankfurt School rejected the idea of absolute truth and promoted aggressive criticism of all aspects of life and society. Some early observers referred to this new approach as cultural Marxism to distinguish it from the earlier, classical forms of Marxism. More orthodox Marxists do not see cultural Marxism as Marxist at all. Cultural Marxism still exists. It forces multiculturalism, feminism, gender fluidity, Islam, political correctness etc. on Western civilization. Many on the left have denounced this as a conspiracy theory. They argue that the term accords an outsized influence to small groups of academics and has anti-Semitic undertones, fetishizing the work of the Frankfurt School. A group of radical Marxist cultural critics including Theodor Adorno and Herbert Marcuse. Moreover, they argue that the prevalence of leftists in cultural or educational roles simply reflects changing social attitudes. No one, they say, is trying to undermine Western values. Such values simply are changing and people are increasingly confident about saying so.